Welcome to the Plan C podcast. Good evening, good morning, good day, good afternoon, happy dusk, happy dawn. Whatever you're doing, what's going on? Thanks for joining. Great episode here today. Talking about week 4 NFL season. Boom. Talking about the AFC North. Boom. Talking about Jayden Daniels. Amazing rookie quarterback. Just tearing it up. Talking about the Monday night games and a little bit of the prediction for the Thursday night game. Make sure you check it out. Check us out on Instagram. Check us out on Twitter. We're there. We miss you. Say hello. We'll say hi back. Make sure you check us out on Spotify. Make sure you check us out on Apple. Make sure you check us out on YouTube. We're all over the place, man. It's great. This was a great episode to record. AJ and I, we said we were going to keep it to 20 minutes. And we ended up doing 40. These things happen, you know. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this show. And let's go.
No problem. I still got Plan C. Ladies and gentlemen.
And bonjour! Comment ça va? What's going on, folks? This is week 4, baby. We decided that we're both busy individuals, but we pushed off the recording for a little bit, just because life be lifing in a good way. But joining me, as always, for football, AJ, how's it going?
What's going on, Colin?
Not much. Just lost you in fantasy this week. The Saints lost. I lost every one of my bets besides my first one, but the first bet covered the entire loss, covered all the losses. It was a Taysom Hill anytime TD that I profit boosted. That was the easiest decision I've ever made in my life, betting wise. Taysom Hill always destroys the Falcons, but the Saints. Anyway,
I have my bag for the next time. Next time you guys play them.
It's coming up sooner than you think. Anyway, so I think we should start with AFC North coverage, just because it seems to be probably by a mile the best division in football, and it kind of, maybe not the Browns, but the sort of not in the standings right now, because the Browns are somehow ahead of the Bengals in the NFL's weird power scaling, even though the Browns are minus 21 point differential. And do you know what the Bengals point differential is, by the way?
I just saw this. It's not the Bengals. It's quite a bit, right?
It's -2. Yeah.
That was much more.
Baby, the Bengals are coming up on some teams, as long as they stay healthy. Ooh boy, oh boy. No, so we wanted to talk about this division because the Pittsburgh Steelers, even though they just lost to AJ's Colts, and the resurrection of Joe Flacco for, what is this? Joe's fourth resurrection? I don't know. He's been around the block.
Yes, he's been around.
Yeah. No, so, I think before the season, I don't even remember what my prediction was. I think I maybe said that the Ravens would win the division. I have to go back and listen to that. But now we're kind of at a point where, the Ravens, they had a fucking really stupid Raiders loss, and they were an Isaiah Likely, toe from, taking that game. Well, I guess they would have gone for 2 because they're the Ravens, but it still, it's that close. Browns are going to be terrible all year. They let Joe Flacco go for some reason. I don't know why.
Didn't even try to talk to him.
Which was reported this week, which is really fucking insane. But hey, you want to be minus 21 point differential, baby? That's all you. Deshaun Watson looks like a goose egg, and the contract hasn't even gotten terrible yet. Um, so let's focus on the sort of bright spots on this division: the Steelers, Ravens, and Bengals. If you would, where would you rank these teams amongst themselves?
I think I would go in the exact order you just named them: Ravens, Steelers, Bengals, Browns. Ravens, I was a little worried about them when they started 0-2. I was not surprised, not as surprised by you with that Raiders loss. I don't know if I called that loss. I don't know if I told you, if I was telling my dad. Gardner beat the Ravens last year. I don't. It was a last second overtime win. So I wouldn't have. I wasn't surprised by that loss. First loss, like you said, Isaiah Likely.
He just
Thought
has their number,
he just
you
has their
think?
number.
Okay.
Last 2 years for sure.
Taysom
Uh,
Hill Falcons corollary. I got you.
there you go. There you go. That's the only team he performs against. But I mean, last 2 weeks, excuse me, last 2 weeks were fairly impressive, especially this week. The way that they just absolutely destroyed Buffalo.
I mean, they
Ab-
picked the wings off of him like a fly, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And then before that, they destroyed Dallas. You can look at the box score; they only won by 3. But if you actually watch that game, it was not nearly that close.
Well, they struggled to close them out.
They let them score, and then they let the
Yeah.
first onside kick recover, and then they scored again. So it looked much closer than it was. Trust me,
Yeah.
it was. So found their rhythm. Pittsburgh, I was hesitant to. Still hesitant to say how good they are. And I know that defense has been phenomenal this year. More phenomenal last week. But that offense is relying on Justin Fields, honestly, to play well, and he's playing well. But like, he can't be the only guy.
I yeah, I think the Steelers have enough great coaching and good players that they will make the playoffs, but I don't think they win the division.
They're gonna go positive, right? Because
Yeah, they'll go positive because
Mike
they
Tomlin
have
doesn't go under 500.
and their schedule is a joke. They play the Raiders, they play the Giants. They still have to play Cleveland twice. Depending on how you feel about the Eagles, they play the Eagles. Um, they do have Kansas City, they do have the Jets and the Ravens and the Chiefs, but I don't know. I think there's definitely enough like on this schedule for them to make it to the seventh seed. I do think at some point we see Russell Wilson this season. Um,
I was just gonna ask you about that. You really think so?
yeah, I don't think the Justin Fields thing is I don't think the Justin Fields experience will continue to yield positive
I
rewards.
don't know. I've been impressed. I mean, it is kind of crazy that he just had his first career 300-yard passing game. Um,
Yeah.
but I mean, he's working with like a patchwork offensive line. If it were Russell Wilson back there, what, the 35, 36-year-old Russell Wilson, Indy
That's a
probably
fair
would have
point.
had
That's a fair point. That's a fair point.
multiple sacks in that game. So I mean, I thought he looked great. That running game's doing nothing for them. Cordero Patterson came in and gave him a little spark, but I mean, he got
Yeah,
hurt
as
too.
somebody
So.
as somebody as a Najee Harris drafter, not pleased.
Yeah, I don't, and it's a contract year too, right?
I think so.
I think so as well. That's kind
Yeah.
of sucks to see. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was a non-factor. Jalen Warren's been hurt.
I
I mean,
think for the
if
Steelers, sorry.
no, I was just gonna say if they end up making a move, there's a lot of rumors that they might try to go after Devontae since they didn't land Brandon Ayuk. They need something else on that offense.
Did
They
you
just
see that Broderick Jones, their tackle, was like talking to people on Twitter? Like
I
they were
didn't see
talking shit about him?
he wasn't having it.
No, he was not having it.
Hmm.
He was like really sarcastic. It was really funny.
It's I don't know. I think the best thing for them would be to stick with Justin Fields this year. It's a young team, and I don't after the way they started, 3-1, couldn't ask for a better 4-game stretch from Justin Fields, honestly. I just don't see the benefit of putting in Russ instead of unless it really starts to go downhill.
I think the big game is going to be the Jets game, Sunday, October 20th.
Hmm.
That's probably the best defense that they will face all season, I'll say, right? Depending on how you feel about the Ravens. Um, yeah, and once we see how they do against, because it's gonna be more than just Justin Fields. You made a great point about how the offensive line and the running game are like really not helping. It's like when you're playing on all Madden, and even though you have a great running team, the defense is still just fucking pummeling you, and you're like, great, I have to make passes now. It's 3rd and 8, and I'm scared.
Yeah, he was. I mean, he was what everybody thought he was. Slippery. You can't bring him down. He extended so many plays. He had a great game. I thought he looked great. Granted, Indy's defense is nothing to really be afraid of this season. So
Can I throw a fun nugget at you? Fun
always,
stat nugget. Okay, so there are two divisions, right? One is in the NFC, one is in the AFC. One of these divisions has all the teams have a negative point differential or 0. And in the other division, they're all positive. What are the two divisions?
I would say AFC South is definitely negative. I know
Yeah.
that. I know
Do you know
that.
who has the 0?
Is it? It's Indy.
It's Indy.
It's
Yeah.
Indy. I did know that. That when you threw that little tidbit, that little exclusion in there, that's how I knew. Um, I would guess just because you're the one asking the question, is it the NFC South?
No, it is not. The Carolina Panthers are minus
Oh, no
56.
shit.
You must
That was
remember.
a dumb guess. Okay, let me think. I would say probably the West next.
No,
No.
the Rams are getting pretty
All right. I've
hammered.
used all my guesses, but is it the East? I keep forgetting the
It is the
Washington.
NFC North.
God damn. I had four
Yeah,
guesses and I
yeah. The
that
Bears are
makes
at the lowest with +2.
wow. I can't
Yeah.
believe I missed
Shane
on all
Waldron should be
jailed.
jailed. I did you see the passing chart
For two more. The routes
from
they ran.
yeah, the for Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Yes, I saw a comparison between last year and this year, and then they did a comparison
Oh.
of DJ Moore last year and this year, and it's just
Ooh.
I couldn't believe that.
Facts.
If you have not seen it at home, I'll try to find it and put it up on the video, but it's just
It's so bad. It's so,
w-
so bad.
all over the place. A couple dozen routes, just all over the field versus routes
Madden routes. It's
exactly
Madden. It's
in
Madden
the same
routes.
area too.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, back to the AFC North. Do you think that the Bengals can like mount a charge and potentially win this division, or is this exclusively a wild card team?
Exclusively a wild card team. I don't think they could win the division.
Okay.
I think they got too much ground to cover. I'm a little worried about them. I don't think they look great at all. Even that Carolina game, Andy Dalton should have got his homecoming win. Like they still did not look fantastic.
Well, they host the Ravens this week, so they have a they have a test coming at them hot and fast.
And see, I'm not even gonna put in too much stock into like if they win this week, a division win. Division
Yeah, that's
wins are
fair.
so finicky, man. That. So I'm not even gonna think too much about that.
The Bengals are gonna like they'll fuck around and they'll beat the Ravens soundly, but then lose like a very close game to the Giants.
Mm. Yeah, exactly.
Like something like that is gonna happen. No, I think I agree with you here. Yeah, they just there's too much on the schedule. The division is too brutal. You still have to go away to Dallas. You still have to go away to Pittsburgh. Um, yeah, I don't know.
Like they were one loss away from Zach Taylor was probably gonna get fired. People were gonna start questioning Joe Burrow. T. Higgins was probably gonna get traded.
You think
One
if
win
the
to
Panthers beat them?
yeah, I did. There would have been it'd have
Yeah.
been loud. Um, So I don't think
Yeah,
the one win
somebody
over,
would have gotten fired. It'd probably be a coordinator.
yeah, the one win over the Panthers is not enough to sway me
Yeah.
yet.
Um, and just last little bit on the North. Let's just laugh at the Browns. Just fucking laugh at you. You fucking morons. You fucking
They
dipshits.
they did it to themselves, man.
You fucking deserve this, you fucking idiots.
It's so sad. I was thinking about this weekend.
Anyone who purchased a Deshaun Watson Browns jersey, you fucking
Jail,
clown. You
jail.
clown.
I was thinking about this over the weekend, and then I saw a video today of Nick Chubb returning to practice. And I'm like, I love Nick Chubb. He's one of those guys that you have no reason to not like him, right? And I'm like, damn, like 4 years ago, 3 years ago, however long Deshaun's been there, everybody was like loved Cleveland. Like you just felt bad for them. You wanted to see them do good. Baker took them to the playoffs. They're so
Well,
close,
they almost beat the Chiefs.
Yes, they almost beat the Chiefs. Granted, Chase Daniels, was in the game. But regardless, like everybody was rooting for them versus now, like they suck again. And it's kind of like
Nah, this time it's like
keep it to
keep
yourself.
adding to that QB shirt, Bucko.
Yeah, like man, I haven't seen an organization flip like that in a while.
Yeah,
And it
no,
sucks. It sucks for everyone else. I like a lot of players on that team, but yeah,
yeah.
they're hot garbage.
Anyway, on to the next. Jayden Daniels, man. Just holy Moses. Second pick in the draft. He had a sort of coming out um party against the Bengals last week. And we didn't get to talk about that because we recorded Sunday. Um, but no, he completely exploded against the Bengals, and then against the freaking Cardinals, who allegedly had a good defense.
Cardinals were playing good coming to that game.
Yeah, and Jonathan Gannon is a defensive specialist, allegedly.
And there was a lot of rhetoric about Cliff Kingsbury coming back, playing against his former team, and how the Cardinals were just going to kick the shit out of the Commanders, and
Yeah, and
that's
then
not what
Jaden
happened.
McDaniels.
There you go.
I did it. I did it. Oh my god. For those at home, I said before we recorded, I was like, okay, I'm probably going to say Jaden McDaniels at one point because I have a basketball brain, but it's okay. Um, no, so he comes out and he only throws four fucking incomplete passes. Has 2 touchdowns on the ground as well as 68 yards on the ground. I don't know, man. It it looks good.
Yes,
What's your take? Sorry,
I've
he
been
had 1 touchdown, 47 yards.
I've
I had
been
the stat.
thoroughly surprised by how well he's played because I was not in at all on how they built this roster over the offseason. Like they
Oh
brought in
hell no.
Bobby Wagner, Austin Eckler, like all these old ass players.
Austin Eckler had a
Dante
concussion this game as
Fowler,
well.
like all these old ass guys, they didn't really add to the receiving room that much. They let Curtis Samuels walk. They got rid of Jahan Dotson. It's just like they brought in Zach Ertz, another old ass guy. So I wasn't excited about the team. I didn't think they would be good. I was a huge Jayden Daniels man, but I thought he was going to struggle as a rookie with that team. But man, I mean, far and away offensive rookie of the year.
Oh, 100%. I don't know what the betting odds are, but yeah, no, he's far and I mean, the fucking Commanders are 3-1, you know?
Yeah, I have
And
a
I
yeah. I was surprised they were playing that well. I have
yeah.
a buddy who's a Bears fan at work, and he was getting down, is down on himself this week, um, just with how well Jaden Daniels is playing, and he's like, "Do you think they made the wrong call?" I was like, Kevin, there's
No, you can't.
no,
No.
in no
Shane
world,
Waldron is the man's head coach.
in no world would anybody have pick. I mean, there was not uproar. I thought it was a little crazy that Drake May got drafted after Jayden Daniels.
I'm right there with you.
So
I'm right there with you.
he couldn't have made the call. But I reassured him. I said, hey, I was in this exact same position 12 years ago where my first overall quarterback lost rookie of the year to a Washington rookie quarterback. And look how that turned out. Give it
Yeah.
some time.
Yeah.
Talking about RG3, of course, and Andrew Luck. So, yeah, I mean, it's awesome how well he's playing. I'll just say that. And then there's reports too that they might try to go out and get Devontae because they were reportedly in on the Ayuk trades.
That would be pretty badass.
Man, it's I'm always curious with how far rookie quarterbacks can truly go, like postseason wise,
Mm-hmm.
because historically just don't they just
No,
don't
they
go far.
collapsed. I mean, we probably saw the best example. We saw the best rookie QB season ever last year with CJ Stroud, right?
One of yes, but yeah, yes, and yes.
Yeah, I mean, in the past 10 years, fucking Andrew Luck truther.
I mean, I'd even put it up there with Baker, Justin Herbert, but in terms of like team
Baker's?
success,
You would
yeah,
put Baker's rookie season up there?
Baker broke the record at the time for most passing touchdowns. Yes, I would put it up there. Team sucked though. Overall, that's individual success when coupled with like individual success and team success. Yeah, I guess you can give it to CJ Stroud.
No,
But
it's either CJ Stroud or Andrew Luck.
well, like I said, Andrew Luck didn't even win Rookie of the Year that year. I don't even know if he was second in voting. He was behind RG3 and Russell Wilson that year.
That's just a joke.
It was shameful. But no, I agree with you. I agree with you. We did see a very good example of it last year. CJ Stroud barely shouldn't even have been in the playoffs, but whatever.
Do you think it's sustainable?
I the outlook now is definitely positive. They don't have a rookie head coach like Houston did last year.
Yeah, but D'Amico's a good coach.
He's a very
And
good coach.
Bobby Sloak's a good play caller.
They have very good coordinators in Houston for sure. But I mean, Washington built like a very sound. And like I said, I wasn't a fan of it. I wasn't even a fan of the Dan Quinn hire, but they built a very experienced group overall.
Yeah, definitely.
So it'll be interesting. I mean, we'll see what they can do.
I'm excited, personally.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah. Just last before we move on from Jayden, not McDaniels. Some defenses that are just some slumping teams that the Commanders will be facing. These are 500 or worse. Browns, Panthers, Bears, Giants, excuse me, Eagles, Titans, Saints, Eagles again, Falcons, and Cowboys. Well, no, Cowboys are 2-2. Yeah. So there's a lot of potential here. So if you're looking for waiver wire targets, go for the freaking Commanders. I'm holding on to my Austin Eckler stock. Holding on to you, Austin. You got a concussion last week. I don't blame you. It's okay.
You're gonna have to hold on tight, man. I'm not sure where that's gonna lead. Brian Robinson's look good.
Yeah, it's okay. Christian McCaffrey, Puka Nacua, and Cooper Kupp are bound to come back soon. Although Christian McCaffrey probably not.
Who knows? Go get Luke McCaffrey to kind
of
balance out the McCaffreys, the McCaffrey hole that you have.
Onto Monday night. We won't spend too much time on this just because it was on paper. These are technically two blowouts. I mean, I don't know. 13. I don't know if I would call that.
Sure, Seattle was a fantastic game.
Yeah, that was a good game. That was one of those that like it looks worse on paper, but it was an entertaining game. Yeah, and especially if you tuned into any of Titans Miami, If you did, God help you. Oh
I
my
was
God.
watching that game. My girl's a She decided to be a Dolphins fan this year.
Why?
She liked the colors. She likes Odell, but I told her it was a wrong year. She
That's
really thought
right.
it
Odell's a
sucked
dolphin.
in name
To-
only.
totally forgot.
Just
Um,
collecting that paycheck.
yeah, he's this year's Robbie Anderson of the Dolphins.
Chosen. It's
Chosen. My
he's
fault. My fault. My
he's
fault.
he's he's still on the Dolphins too. Did you know that?
I did not know that. That's yo.
Because he's
Deep
not
threats of
chosen Anderson.
2015 show up.
He's not chosen Anderson anymore. His name is Robbie Chosen. Do you know
Oh,
that?
jeez. I
Yeah, I didn't know that.
didn't. That's a joke. Anyway, okay, so 2 seconds on the Dolphins. If you're a Dolphins fan, sorry, you're fucked. Shouldn't have. I mean, I wouldn't have given a quarterback who had been injury prone. I wouldn't have given him all that money. But hey, I don't make the big bucks, so I guess they're
I
kind of
would
in the
have.
position. You said you would have.
I would have. I would have paid him. You had to. He's been successful. They've had success when he's been in the lineup. Yes, he's already had
How many
carried
playoff games
two.
have they won?
Well, I mean that obviously doesn't matter when you're paying quarterbacks these days. Look at all these other players that just got paid last year or the year before.
It's
Trevor Lawrence. I'm gonna throw
embarrassing.
that.
It's
I'm gonna throw that out there.
embarrassing. It's. I mean, Trevor at least has a playoff win.
Okay, but I don't know how much stock you're gonna put into that. They've been god awful since.
Doug
He's about to go on his
Doug Peterson's gonna get fired. Like it's gonna
yes.
happen.
And as you predicted, Bill Belichick's gonna go in
Yep, that
ruin the
was
culture.
that was reported this week as well, and I was geeked because I had texted AJ like I think 2 days prior. I was like, "Hey, Belichick to Jacksonville, and
That's high.
you like shut it down. I might have been high at the time, um, and then the report comes through on Bleacher Report, and I immediately sent you the screenshot. I was like, "Fuck yes."
Yeah. Um, I mean, switching back to the Dolphins, you also mentioned another coach on the hot seat to me this week about Mike McDaniels.
I don't. I was simply
I mean, it's a fair question to ask after. I mean, they've lost 3 games in a row. They barely won week 1 with Tua. Let's not forget that they barely beat Jacksonville last minute.
yeah, folks. Yeah, Miami hasn't looked great.
Have they led at all this year? I don't think they
I
have.
don't think so. I don't think so
I
because they
think I
won on
saw
the
some.
last second field goal.
They have led 0 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh my God. I'm not gonna watch this game, but I might bet on it just because I'm a sick fuck when it comes to football betting. I'm so excited for Miami Patriots. That's like the shit show, like your drunk friend at fucking 2:30 that's like slurring his words and you're like, "Oh my God, get him home." That is a drunk fucking football game. It's gonna be like 6-5 by the
Mm.
end of the game.
Yeah, I thought Snoop Huntley coming in was gonna kind of give a little bit of a spark because I think Skylar Thompson is just dreadful to watch play. But
And then he got
man,
injured.
and he's out. Tyler Huntley had what, less than 100 passing yards, god
Oh,
awful
something
interception at
awful.
the end of the game.
I think it was
I
like 96.
I think there's too much talent, and they lost Jalen Phillips today too. I don't know if you saw that for second year in a row.
What happened?
He hurt his knee in the game,
Jesus. I
second
did
year in a
not see
row.
that.
So they're already missing Bradley Chubb. The quarterback's out. I don't know if he's going to come back. He probably will come back later in the season. He shouldn't. Good Lord, he should not come back and play this year.
No,
But
yeah, no.
you got to do one of two things. You either got to blow it up or you got to trade for a quarterback. You can't have
Like
a
this
season where-
season, you think trade for a
like
quarterback?
like a decent backup or like a young guy who you can insert and maybe has some talent, but not anybody that's going to give too much put. Like I think we talked about this. Like Bryce Young. I don't think
Hmm.
they could trade for Bryce Young because then that doesn't really set Bryce Young up very well in the future, and then it kind of makes a weird scenario for Tua when Tua comes back. So like I don't know. Go get Zach Wilson. Go get Russell Wilson. Get Joe Flacco. They'd never trade him, but get
Get
somebody who could.
Shadur. Go get Shadur.
Uh, 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 they can't with that contract. They just it'd be hard. I'd like to see it, or get Cam Ward. Keep him in Miami. You know,
That would be pretty cool. And
I don't know. I
Cam
don't
Ward's
want
going
to
to go in the first round, right?
get 100%.
Yeah.
But I don't
Quarterbacks go in
think.
the first round. I had to learn that with Bo Nix and Michael Penix.
Yeah, after the
I
year
was
we
like
just
second
saw,
and third round for sure. Jokes.
I just don't think they move on from Tua like that. But they need to get some kind of a band-aid. These free agent quarterbacks that they're picking up, I'm not gonna do it. Who is
You
it?
know what they
Tyler
should do?
Tim, Tim
Simply
Boyle.
trade. No, simply trade for Joe Flacco.
Like I said, I don't think any would ever do it, especially because Anthony Richardson himself can't stay healthy.
What what would you accept for Joe Flacco right now?
I'd give him up for like a fifth. I mean, he doesn't
Oh,
have a
fifth?
ton of
Oh, okay.
talent.
I'd do that all day.
He doesn't
Come
have a
on
ton
down
of
to Miami, Joe.
39-year-old quarterback, you know? But like go get, I don't know, there's so many options out there. Like I said, Zach Wilson, Russell Wilson. I mean, Ryan Tannehill's on the street. He didn't look fantastic towards the end of time with Tennessee, but might be kind of cool. Shit, go get anybody. I don't know, like just go get somebody
Yeah,
who's
it's not
on the
looking
roster.
great.
Go
It's not
call
looking great,
Cleveland and ask for one of their backups, whether it's DTR or Jameis.
right?
I don't know
Oh
who
yeah,
they've
trade
got.
for Jameis. Give up a fifth and get Jameis. That's what you do.
Man, Cleveland would be trading the wrong quarterback, but do something. You know, I'd love to see them do something.
um, last bit before we go. So Jared Goff was 18 for 18 against the Seahawks for almost 300 yards.
And he didn't even get a game ball.
And he didn't get a game ball. Do you know how many times Geno Smith threw the ball?
I didn't even look how many times.
56
Ay.
times. Yeah. Yeah,
That's I mean,
he was working that day.
their defense just couldn't really do anything.
No, which is crazy because that's a Mike McDonald team, you know?
Yeah,
And
it's
it's not
just
like that team is untalented, you know?
defensive wise, no. I mean, I didn't expect Jared Goff to have as efficient as a day as he did. Geno Smith is still yet he's played okay this year. I mean, he's throwing a lot. He already has 1,200 yards. His completion percentage is in the 70s, but he only has 4 touchdowns. He's yet to throw more than 1 touchdown in a game. Do you think about?
I almost
I mean,
drafted him in fantasy.
he's a
Almost.
he's a free agent in every single league I'm in, except for ours because we have
Because
two
we're a
quarterbacks.
two
But
quarterback league.
I like Geno, but I mean,
Our waiver wire quarterbacks are so bad.
I don't know. I love Sam Howell too. I think he would be fantastic on that team. I don't think you could justify switch.
Isn't he on Seattle?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Punching Geno,
Yeah.
playing Sam Howell. I don't know.
But
He looked fantastic.
they're not benching Gino.
No, because he wasn't necessarily the problem. Like you said,
No.
I mean, he threw the ball a shit ton, but he almost had
No, they
400
ran all
yards.
of them.
Yeah, with both Gibbs and Montgomery. I mean, Kenneth Walker played great.
Yeah, there's only one way you get away with throwing 18 attempts in a game, and that's having, just dominance on the defensive side and on the rushing side. Jahmyr Gibbs, 5.2, or sorry, I think it was 5.5, 5.6 per rush. Yeah.
What do you think about those Lions uniforms?
I fuck with it. The sort of cobalt with the black. I think it works.
The black lion was a little interesting on that. The decal on the helmet.
I think it works. Yeah. I'm always a fan when teams go with like an all black uniform. it's easy to fuck up, or it's easier to fuck up than you'd think, rather. But I don't know. These are pretty cool.
Thoughts on Seattle? Both teams after this game. I mean, they're both 3-1 now. Seattle was undefeated going into it. How much are you really putting that loss?
My thought process doesn't change for either one of these. I think man, the NFC North is so interesting this season. But the Lions, they're gonna win like 13 games this season. And Seattle is gonna fight for a wild card. I don't think that Seattle is in a position necessarily to contend for the division. I know they're 3-1 right now, but they haven't played any divisional games. They've in fact only played one conference game. So I don't know. I think things are going to start getting a little bit tougher for Seattle. I think you can run on them. Yeah.
I think
I'm not
I
out
don't
on
know.
them.
That division I don't think is going to be as competitive as people thought it was going to be coming into the season. Just because San Fran's beat to hell, the Rams are beat to hell, Arizona's who knows what
No,
you
you
can
might
get
be
with
right.
Arizona.
Yeah, no, you're convincing me, because if Zona's just gonna kind of be 500, and then the Rams are way too injured, and San Fran. But the thing is, I cannot count out McVay and Shanahan. I can't straight up. Yeah. So yeah, I back the 49ers over the Seahawks,
That's fair.
and I not currently backing the Rams over the Seahawks, but I think that we're an NFL overtime stupid ass rule away from the Rams being 2-2, yeah. Anyway, anything else before we go?
Nothing I can think of, man. Nothing I can think of at the moment. I think we said it all.
Saints are beating the Chiefs this week. You heard it here first. Yep, I said
right
it.
there with you. I'm right there with you. Let's see who Patrick Mahomes can take out this week, and then let's see
That
what kind
was
of
pretty fucking crazy.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
I'm so excited. We get
ever
Monday Night Football. Oh my god, we get to lose on primetime. I'm so excited.
We'll see what happens there, and we'll see what kind of Will Levis meme we get this week.
Is he even going to play?
I hope so, just for the meme.
Has he been practicing? Hold on. Let's see. Well, I guess today would be the only day he practiced. Let's see. Let's look it up real quick, because we got a great one this week.
And that's the gift that keeps giving, man.
Poor Will Levis.
It's his fault for eating.
Oh no! I looked it up on Twitter and I saw his nudes. I didn't want that. I just wanted the injury report for the Titans. God damn it!
I don't see how the one led to the other, but okay.
Oh, dude, you can't look anything up on Twitter. You literally can't look anything up on Twitter. I'll never forget. I looked up a League of Legends champion. And I just there's so much porn. I was like, what the fuck? Titans sticking with Will Levis after Mason Rudolph leads team to first win. There's no controversy. That was yesterday. Yes.
He messed up his AC joint though, right? On a play that he didn't even really have to make. We'll see what happens next week.
It's not believed to be serious or something that would keep Levis out for multiple weeks. The team is entering its bye week 2, which gave him extra time to recover. I don't think it's going to be anything too serious other than just your normal AC style injury, Callahan said.
No meme this week.
No meme this week. God damn it. Anyway, sorry folks. Sorry we can't help you. AJ, thank you for joining me tonight. everyone, make sure you are liking, sharing, subscribing, doing all the fun things. Check out previous episodes, check out future episodes. I have already started doing notes for an NBA preview pod. I'm just debating if I want to split it into East and West, and then maybe do a separate quick fire awards pod. I'm not sure, but I kind of want to get into the nitty gritty with it, because y'all know I fucking love basketball. Anyway, AJ, any predictions for Thursday Night Football? I'm hoping, I don't know, I like both teams, but I love Baker. I kind of hope they continue. Yeah, I hope the Falcons get their shit kicked in. I fucking hate the Falcons.
I like Kirk too.
Fuck the Falcons.
Hey, let's calm down now.
Falcons. No, I hate the Falcons. It's the last true rivalry in the NFL. Even Steelers-Ravens isn't like that anymore.
Well, I'm sorry about that. Okay. I
fucking hate them.
Yeah, I don't know. I just hope we have a good game. Last week we didn't have a good Thursday night game. Put some money down on this game. Nothing crazy, but yeah.
If there's a profit boost, I might tap into something. I don't know. We'll see.
I'm gonna put my money on the Bucks.
Yeah, if the Bucks are plus, I'll probably sprinkle a little $5 here. Anyway, thank you all for listening. AJ, again, thank you very much for joining, and catch you on the next one.
Have a good one, man.
Peace.